Each new season brings a sense of renewal. As the weather cools off and it gets dark earlier, it can be easy to lose motivation. Getting rid of the old, bringing in some new, and getting organized will help me bring about the right changes to stay motivated this fall. Good morning, guys. It is as fall gets in LA, well, for early fall at least. It's actually my favorite time of year because it's still warm enough to go out and do stuff and enjoy yourself. But then it starts getting a little bit cozier at night and it cools off, and I don't know about you, but I cannot sleep when it's too hot inside, so that's been really nice lately. In this vlog, I have a couple of Halloween things that I'm doing, and I will take you guys along with me, as well as the seasonal change that the weather has brought about. It has brought in some new wardrobe pieces. I will do a haul and try on for you guys. And also the Sephora VIB sale happened. So if you know, you know. And I feel like fall brings about some changes in skincare, as well as just some of the makeup tones that I prefer to wear. So I'll show you what I'm doing with the VIB haul, or what I got, I should say. And then I'm also going to reorganize my makeup as I bring in the new stuff from the VIB sale. I'm going to reorganize my closet as I add in the new pieces from the haul and sort of change everything out for a fall refresh, as well as some fun things. So welcome to the vlog, and let's get into it. Hi guys, so I just got out of the shower and sat down to do some organizing. It is October, my favorite month of the year. It's also time to kind of get reorganized and do a little bit of a refresh because of the changing season. So I just sat down to organize some of my makeup, and then when we're done with this, I need to go into my bedroom and start working on organizing some of my clothes. But don't worry, that's not all the vlog is gonna be, but I love organizing vlogs. I like to watch what other people are doing and how they organize stuff. So that to me is interesting and I like it, but don't worry, there's gonna be other stuff that I have to do in this vlog. I've got a Halloween event. I'm actually not dressing up in a costume this year, but tomorrow we're going to a distillery in downtown LA where they do like a drink tasting and a tour, and it's for Halloween, so that should be fun. I need to prep an outfit. I need to fix these nails that are starting to look a little bit sad. But right now, this makeup, let me show you what is in front of me, needs to get organized. Okay, so this is what I'm attempting to reorganize. This is, or was, my main makeup sort of organizer, and it's gotten very disorganized. And then I hurt my back or pinched a nerve in my neck, and I threw all of the daily use or things that I was using more frequently into this Tupperware because, yeah, I can't explain that, but I needed quick access and I had limited mobility and I was in a lot of pain. So it's just kind of been sitting in there, and then I got this because I wanted to get reorganized because I was like, this, it's not happening. Like, it's not motivating. I don't even want to deal with it. So it needs to be fixed. I'm one of those people that likes to get ready quick. So I need my stuff to be organized. And if it's too much of a pain in the ass, like if anything's too much drama, like I'm just not gonna do it. So this needs to be reorganized because normally I like to wear makeup, I like to get dolled up and go out, but when I look at this mess that you guys just saw, I don't want to deal with it. So let me reorganize this. And the thought behind it was, let me show you these two new guys first. So I got this House Labs new foundation, and I got the color 190 light cool. I actually wanted one shade slightly darker, so light medium neutral, but they didn't have it, so we'll see if this works. If not, it was from Sephora, so I can easily exchange it, but I got it because I thought it would be a really nice everyday sort of foundation. If you've watched any of my other vlogs or content, you know that I have really problematic skin, so I use all of the best skincare. I take really good care of my skin. I routinely have to get laser facials because I get a lot of red, like splotchiness in my skin. It's just the way that it happens to be, but it's also very reactive. So even things that are considered clean or non-acnegenic can still sometimes cause really bad breakouts. So I'm really trying to keep my skin as clear as possible, and it's a ton of work. So I thought this was gonna be a nice kind of daily or more everyday makeup kind of foundation. I actually don't wear makeup every day, so if I'm not heading out to meetings or going out, I try to not put skin makeup on and just kind of let my skin do its thing because it is so problematic. But that's why I got this. And then for more of a glam foundation, maybe not quite every day, I got the Chanel Sublimage foundation. And I had to exchange this 3 times because I got it online. They were out of stock in all of the stores around me. I tried to get it in person, but I ended up having to exchange it multiple times. And now I think this is the right color for me. I ended up finally making the last exchange in person. I went over to the Nordstrom in the Grove. Normally I don't like to say mean or negative things about people on social media, but I went over to the Nordstrom at the Grove for this, and the girl that helped me exchange it was so rude and nasty. And I was nice, like I'm never rude to people for no reason. So I was like, hi, I have this, I need to make this exchange. And she treated me like trash. She was like, oh, do you have proof of purchase? I'm like, yes, because I stole this and I'm here trying to exchange it. But that's how she treated me, and it was not an enjoyable experience, which is sad because normally Nordstrom has pretty nice people working there. But I got the foundation I wanted, and boo on her. The other new piece of makeup that I got is this eyeshadow palette from Beauty Bay. And I don't wear a ton of eyeshadow all the time, but I just thought this was a nice neutral kind of palette. And I moved in April and I got rid of a ton of makeup because it does expire, it does get bad even if it doesn't feel like it. Like eyeshadows are something to me that don't feel like it's going bad or getting gross, whereas like a cream compact palette, that gets nasty over time and you can kind of tell like I need to get rid of this. Or mascara, it gets dry or nasty, or if you open it and it has a really strong odor, like it's time to get rid of that. But powdery products feel less yucky as they age, and so it can be kind of harder to remember that you need to re-up those. So when I moved, I got rid of a ton of eyeshadows, and every time I get ready and need an eyeshadow, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have that anymore. So I grabbed this. It was super affordable. I haven't used it yet, but I'm excited to try it out. And my thought process as I go through and reorganize this makeup is that I'm going to phase out the stuff that's not working for me or has gotten old. So this is something that I do not like. It is not working for me. It's the Makeup Forever loose powder. And I picked it up because it's non-acnegenic, but it's kind of clumpy in the container. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just not my favorite powder. So I'm gonna set this aside because it's just really not working for me anymore. And I've got another powder that's not working for me either. I picked this up while I was in New York. I was just kind of overtired and jet lagged, and I was out during an afternoon break and there was a Sephora. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go in there and get some under eye masks and a couple of other like emergency makeup things so that I can go to some fashion week events and like look better than I felt. So I picked up this Laura Mercier powder. This is the newer one that's talc free, and talc, if you didn't know, is acnegenic. So the traditional one that's been around forever, I couldn't use that, but this is not acnegenic. I checked the ingredients before I bought it, but I don't like it. It doesn't work for me because it's kind of the powder version of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. It's very metallic, and I made the mistake of not trying it out first, put on my foundation, slathered this all over, and then I was like, in the mirror, why do I look like the Tin Man? This is very, very metallic. So maybe if you had like kind of dry or more dull skin and that sort of illumination works for you, you might like this, but it didn't look great on me. So this also is getting moved out of the makeup pile. Moving on into makeup that I do like. This was actually free. I don't know if it's pronounced say or sigh. I've heard people say both. Sigh sounds kind of funny, but this was free in a swag bag that I got from a tennis club event that I went to recently, and I actually really like it. So it's a lip oil, and it's kind of a sheer pink. It's like nothing major, but I actually really liked it. It wasn't gloopy, which I realized wasn't a word, but you all know exactly what I mean when I say gloopy, referring to lip products when they get cakey, like in the corners of your mouth, like that white, sticky. Ugh. If something does that on me, I will immediately throw it in the trash. This does not do that. All right, as I'm going through this makeup, I've got a couple more hate it and love it that I will share with you, and then I will get on with it. So 2 more things that I just did not like. So this Huda Beauty mascara that a lot of people really liked, I didn't love it. Like, I didn't hate it. It wasn't the worst thing I ever used. I just wasn't excited by it. It was below average, kind of clumpy, I wasn't a fan. It didn't work for me. And then something I really liked at first, that after the first couple weeks it was opened, that ended up kind of sucking, is this YSL mascara that everyone likes. And I liked it too at first, but after it's been open for a really short period of time, it's like super gloppy and cakey, and I don't like that. And it was also quite expensive, so really not a fan of that. All right, before I'm too much of a Debbie Downer with all this makeup I don't like, let's talk about some things that I do like. So this Givenchy, this is the purple setting powder. It's pretty sheer, so it's not like purple. I just use it in the immediate under eye area. I wouldn't put this all over my face. I just don't have the type of skin that would tolerate this type of product. And I think that the kind of brightening effect is good under the eye, but I wouldn't want it all over my face. So this I really, really like. And then this Danessa Myricks blush, it's a cream, kind of a cream to powder product. It's one of the few blushes out there that is non-acnegenic. The Rare Beauty ones are too, but the liquid format of them, I just can't get that to work for me. I think they're really nice. If you have really good skin and you don't really wear any other face makeup, I think they're probably really great. But for me, they kind of mess up my foundation or any other makeup that I have on. They kind of don't play well with that. They're also really pigmented, so if you dot that on and like don't get to blending it out right away, which messes up your makeup, it also leaves like this bright streak of blush that's hard to blend. So, and then like I said, the blending of it ruins your other makeup. So those I don't care for either, but this Danessa Myricks one I really liked. And then this eyeliner from Byredo, which is normally a fragrance brand, but they came out with cosmetics a while back. And some of them are kind of bougie. I haven't tried a lot of them, but the eyeliner, this is in the color Bora Bora. It's like a dark brown black. It smudges out really nicely, but then it sets. And so it's just a really, really nice eyeliner. I happen to love it. I also recently washed all of my makeup brushes and my beauty blenders and other like makeup sponges because, again, problematic skin. I don't want to be using unclean brushes, so everything's nice and clean. All right, I think I achieved success in an everyday little makeup organizer. That way I can get ready more quickly. I have all of the things that I would just normally use to do minimal to a more full face of everyday makeup. And then the larger organizer, I'm gonna put some of the makeup that I use less frequently. And then there's one more thing here that is new. I ordered a sunscreen off of Amazon, and apparently there are 3 of them, which I guess more is better than less. So I'm excited about this. It's just the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. And I put this on my neck and any exposed skin if I go running outside in the morning instead of going to the gym. And that is it for makeup organization. Let's head into the bedroom and get working on laundry, workout wear, and closet stuff. So part of what I'm doing is revamping a lot of the things that I wear regularly, which are workout clothes. So I just got a new package of workout clothes that showed up at the door, and I was trying these leggings on, and I don't know if I love them. They're not my favorite. I don't think they're the most flattering. And also for functionality, the waist feels like it could be a little bit loose, and I hate when you're like running or squatting and then like the crotch starts to seep further and further down, and it's just really disruptive to a workout. So I like to put on workout clothes that I don't have to worry about, I don't have to think about. And sports bras also, like, I don't want to have to worry about, you know, my boob flying out, or is sweat going to make everything see-through. Like, I just want to go and work out. So I don't think these are it. And there's a brown pair. They came in a set. They're behind me. Let me grab them. Okay, so here's the brown pair. So it's easier to actually see, and this is one of my tips as a fashion stylist when you're shopping online. If whatever you're looking at comes in another color, especially a lighter one, even if that's not what you're going to get, click on it, because you can see more detail in light colored things than you can dark. So dark jeans, dark pants, dark, I don't care what, it will show. So I was actually online the other day and I saw this really cute sweater and I was going to get like black or gray, I don't remember. And then I clicked on a lighter one and I saw that it was this obnoxious, chunky, like your grandma knitted it cable knit sweater, which I was not looking to buy. So I couldn't even see that detail in the darker one. But yeah, case in point, I don't love this brown color. And when I have styling clients that tell me they don't like the color brown, this is exactly the color brown that I can see why. I like the color brown. I think it's a nice color. It goes well with my skin tone. It's suitable for a lot of people. But this is just like ugly, like house paint, poo brown. And so I can see why people who say, I don't like brown, I get it. So I was hoping for more of like an espresso brown. All right, so back to the leggings. The reason I don't think that these are going to work is that the waist, it's taut, but it's not fitted enough. And I really can't stand like having my workout disrupted by something that isn't working on my outfit. Like I just want to go and like get into the zone. And when you're like the strap is slipping or the crotch is sliding down, all of those things are such a distraction and I don't love it. So I don't think these are a keep. They're not my favorite. So a little impromptu try on. All right, so now that those leggings that I ordered did not fit, part of what I was looking to achieve as far as this refresh or organization is not going to be able to be achieved, which is disappointing because I kind of wanted to get it all done. But what I was looking to achieve was to refresh my workout wear, which is something I wear almost every day. And I get up and I usually work out in the morning. So I'll either walk over to the gym or just go for a run or a hike. It kind of depends on what I feel like doing. And then sometimes I will also play tennis. So where are my tennis outfits? So I have a couple of tennis skirts. This one just happens to be handy. And then I also have a dark blue one, but I don't wear it because the dress code at my tennis club is black or white. So those are my tennis outfits, but I don't do that as frequently. So before I got sidetracked talking about tennis, the reason I was trying to refresh everything was when I get up first thing in the morning and put on my workout wear, I also want it to be easy, kind of like the reorganization of my makeup. So a lot of my workout wear as time has gone on has not become functional for me. So after I wore it, I realized I didn't like it, or it got worn out and it just wasn't functional anymore. So workout wear is something that I really, really need to be functional, and I have a really hard time in finding good pieces. So especially leggings, I think it might be my body shape. I have a smaller waist and then kind of a bigger bum and thighs. And so in order to get something to fit, normally I would get like trousers or jeans altered, but leggings I feel like are harder to alter, or like workout wear or things I'm just not going to take to the tailor. But leggings I find frequently don't fit. So they slip. If they fit in the rear and the thigh, they're too big in the waist, and then they slip as I do activities, which drives me nuts. And it's so unmotivating to get up and want to put that stuff on, and you're like, ugh, I hate these leggings. So I was trying to refresh a lot of my workout wear because it's something that when I do laundry, it's like 90% of what I wear. So I wanted to get a refresh of that, and now I have to return some of the pieces I got and continue that refresh. But the goal will be achieved, so I need to have a grab and go situation with my workout wear that makes it more motivating. So during this organization, I grabbed the pieces that don't work for me, the ones where I'm like, I just don't gravitate toward this because I don't like it. It pinches, it slips, the strap falls off, the waistband slides down as you work out. So whatever the case may be, but all of those things are little gripes that I have about workout wear and what will cause me to throw it into the donation pile. So I've achieved part of the workout wear refresh, but not all of what I had set out to do. But it'll be a work in progress. We'll keep it going because I really want to stay motivated to get up and go for my workouts. And I need good pieces of workout clothes that I like in order to stay motivated to do that. So more to come on that. But it was still helpful to go through and grab the pieces that I know I don't like or that are worn out and throw those into a pile and then sort of reorganize and fold the things neatly, because my closet's pretty small and when it gets disorganized, it's just such a mess. So it's a lot more motivating to go in there and grab stuff. It's better than it was, but we're not quite there yet. And then over here, I have a pile of clothes that just don't work for me anymore. So that's a donate or get rid of. Dog walking, long sleeve workout, running or outside sports bras and running or outside bottoms. Then we have running or outside shirts. And then we have gym leggings, shorts sets, which I'm going to phase out because I probably won't be wearing those for a while. Secondary leggings. How ridiculous is this, you guys? So secondary leggings that I don't really like or wear that often but won't get rid of. And then gym sports bras, because sometimes I work out in only a sports bra indoors. Shirts that need to go in the laundry, and then a sports bra that's missing its lining. While I was in there, my jeans are also in the same cupboard. So if you walk into my closet, there's this big multi-tiered shelved cupboard thing that my jeans were also in. And same sort of situation with jeans. I find that they are something that I wear more frequently. And so I kind of wanted to go through them and refresh and resort or reorganize those as well. Because I don't know about you guys, but I have the same things that I gravitate toward. And then I kind of tend to cast aside the things that don't work for me with any kind of clothing, but especially the stuff that I wear frequently, like loungewear, workout clothes, jeans. I'm always reaching for those. And so those things get turned over kind of quickly. So if something doesn't fit right, if it doesn't feel right, it's severely uncomfortable, or I've worn it, and realized that it's really unflattering, or I just don't like it for one of the many reasons. You guys know exactly what I mean. Like, you have the stuff that you grab because you like it, it's comfortable, you feel good in it, it looks nice on you, all of those things. So I tried to reorganize my jeans with the same kind of logic as workout wear. Like, which ones do I grab more frequently? So I set those in a pile and then kind of organized them by wash and then fit. So like ultra baggy, a little bit more tight, so that I can easily go and get those and get dressed, and I'm not having to sort through and then put on ones where I'm like, oh yeah, these are the ones that I don't like, or the ones that look saggy in the rear, or they're too tight in the waist and I find myself hating them in the middle of the day. So reorganized all of that as well. I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is the organization of jeans that I'm going to try out now, since nothing's really been working. So over here we've got white and light wash, and then the tallest stack next to it is everyday jeans, or the jeans I wear most frequently. They're a variety of styles, but a pretty similar medium to lighter wash. Then we've got the dark wash and black. And then the end is just loose fitting, oversized, like really oversized jeans that I don't wear that much. And then over here is shorts. I need to phase those out and put those on the top shelf of my closet because I probably won't be wearing shorts for the next few months. Okay, so here is the completed look. We've got the Bottega silver earrings. And this is a sweater. You can't really see the texture of it on video, but it's a little roll neck, sleeveless sweater. It's still pretty hot outside. And then I finally got the leather pants that I tried on yesterday to work. I put them on with these Saint Laurent heels. So there they are. And they actually look pretty cute. And with a softer, lighter knit, it's not too like harsh, or like leather whips and chains excite me. And then I just threw on the Chanel bag, keeping it pretty simple, and Uber's here, so it's time to go. I'm not sure if they allow video or what's going to be the scene at the place, so I will insert what I can. So see you guys later. And I'm back. I got the lizard out of the house before it was able to run under a bed or a piece of furniture, and then you find it actually in bed with you later or something. So with the change in season, I've changed up some of my skincare routine as well as my makeup. And if you guys know, you know, the Sephora VIB sale is, I think, still going on, but I've already received what I ordered. So some of these products are from Sephora, and I'll tell you where the rest of them are from. And then, of course, I'll link what I can in the description box below. So first up, not a Sephora item, a sunscreen. I just got this off Amazon. This is Skin Aqua, and it is a Japanese sunscreen. I tend to favor the Asian sunscreens. They just kind of work better on my skin. They're a little bit more viscous, watery, and they don't tend to lean so oily or gloppy. My skin gets problematic, so sunscreen is something that's really hard for me to find a good fit for. And I've been struggling with sunscreen under makeup. So this is not new. I just brought it out here to reference for this video. So this is my day-to-day sunscreen. It's from Skinic. It was actually an Abby Young recommendation. Got it off Amazon. It was super affordable, and I was like, well, if I hate it, oh well. So for sunscreens that I do hate, because there's one in here, I end up just using them on my body. So this I've been using on my face, and I do really like it. But it's been problematic for me under makeup recently. So if I wear it without makeup, it's completely fine. But if I put makeup on top of it, I've noticed the last couple times that I've used this, that the foundation kind of stuck in certain places and looked really kind of cakey, and then started to pull into lines and pores. And it was just that cake face foundation that I personally do not like. I don't think anybody wants to look like that. So this is a fail under makeup, but it is a win without. So I'm gonna keep it, but I grabbed this one hoping that I would be able to wear it under makeup because it's a little bit more viscous than this one. But I also run outside and walk to the gym several days a week, so I make sure to definitely coat myself in sunscreen. And I've even been bringing one in my gym bag because when I have to walk home after having a sweaty workout, getting sweaty in the sauna, I've probably sweated off any of the sunscreen that I've had on. And I'm actually starting to get like some little spots through here, which I don't care for. It started happening last year actually when I was living in Mexico. Even though I was still wearing my sunscreen, I rode my bike everywhere. And so with hands like this on handlebars in south of the equator sun, that's really a lot more intense than it is here in the States. So I started getting like brown sunspot things that I personally do not care for anymore popping up. So trying to be diligent about sunscreen, and which leads me to this, which is a fail. You wouldn't think so because it looks well loved. So this is by CosRx, and I really love CosRx. I love their snail mucin. I love their pH wash. They have a ton of really good products. But this, you guys, this was such a fail. So one of the things that I like about the CosRx is that it's usually kind of a lighter consistency. It's not really like greasy or heavy on the skin. And they also seem to lean more in line with things that are good for sensitive skin because they're pretty mild. This, however, is greasy, it's sticky, it's gloppy, and it's so highly fragranced. And the fragrance isn't nice either. It smells something kind of like maybe an air freshener or a cleaning product. So it's safe to say I strongly dislike this CosRx sunscreen. It's SPF 50. I was really having high hopes for it. I can't wear it on my face at all. It is just greased up city, and the smell doesn't dissipate. So even after it's been on for a while, I just keep smelling like an air freshener's been shoved up my nose. So I couldn't return it, and rather than, be wasteful with it, I've been using it on my body. So I just kind of coat it down my neck, put it onto my arms, my hands, and that's what I've been doing with it. So once I run out, I will certainly not repurchase this. I love, love, love lip liner. I would sit here and draw them on my lips all day like the lady from the Soundgarden video. That's a throwback. If you know, you know. So this is a newer lip liner that I got. It's in the color Sister. It's by Iconic London. I have a little bit of it on right now. So it's kind of a My Lips But Better shade. My lips don't lean super pink. They're more of like a purplish mauvey brown. So any of the pinker lip liners don't look that great on me. So I really liked this one. I also take issue with lip liners or lip products that run too orange. So anything that's too terracotta, because I have a lot of like kind of reddish in my skin already. And in certain light, my hair can kind of pull like coppery orange tones. Any sort of orangey terracotta color on my face is very unflattering. It almost makes me look like I might be ill. So that doesn't work, but this is a fantastic like nudie, I don't want to say pink, but it's also not brown. But it really works for me, and I've tried a ton of lip liners. I really like Charlotte Tilbury's, not the Pillow Talk one, that's the one that doesn't work for me, but the iconic nude one does work. So the difference between those two shades, if that makes sense to you, is the reason that I like or dislike certain colors in lip products. And more lip products, I have been in love with the Summer Fridays lip balm since it came out. I've been using it for ages. If you guys have seen any of my other videos or content, you have seen this. This is the vanilla beige, I think. Yeah, it's the vanilla beige. There's one that's slightly deeper, that's brown sugar. I also love that one. The pink one didn't work on my skin tone. It leaned a little bit gray, and so that one for me wasn't a favorite, but still a fantastic, wonderful formula. Doesn't dissipate quickly. It doesn't leave your lips feeling drier and yuckier than before you put it on. So if you're looking for a lip product, these kick Rhodes ass. So that peptide lip balm, I liked the color of the espresso one that I got, but it's actually grainy on the lips and it doesn't dissipate or melt down after you've put it on. So don't recommend those Rhode peptide lip balms that everybody is trying to tell you that they love. Okay, so this is a weird one. When I was in high school, I wore Estee Lauder's beautiful sheer fragrance. That has since been discontinued because I'm like 107, but I saw this the other day. It's from Estee Lauder, of course, and it's Beautiful Magnolia. And I wanted a fragrance that was just kind of simple and like a clean skin, like something that wasn't ultra in your face or noticeable, just for like around the house, out of the shower, day-to-day stuff where you're not wanting to be like caked in perfume, where people are like, what is that smell? I can smell you before I see you. You guys know what I mean, like a really like noticeable fragrance that you would wear for going out. For me, I don't like that for around the house or just day-to-day, like running errands. It's too much. So when it turns heads and you're in your gym clothes, I'm like, too much. So this I got for that reason. And so far I really like it. But that actually says a lot for me because I don't typically care for mainstream fragrances. And the reason for that is that I think that fragrance is hugely personal, and I don't like to have a fragrance that smells like pretty much everybody else. So there are a ton of really nice fragrances offered at mainstream places like Nordstrom and Sephora, but I typically don't buy them because everybody is wearing them. And so for me, I want my fragrance to be a little bit more personal, a little bit more off the beaten path. So I like more niche or kind of lesser known fragrances, which unfortunately also tend to lean very expensive. I thought this was a great find, and it's a little bit out of my comfort zone because I typically don't buy these type of mainstream fragrances. So far it's working out. It's a nice little everyday scent. And then speaking of things that lean orange and don't work on me, this is a Fenty Beauty eyeshadow stick. If I could get it out of here. Okay, so I am all about easy makeup products, and this being an eyeshadow stick, these are all matte. I wanted something really easy that you can just kind of on the outer V of your eye, smudge it out real quick so that you're not in the mirror for, a long time trying to get your winged liner straight. So the thought was there, the purpose was there. And online, when I picked this out, the color is called Shroom, and it was kind of a taupey brown, as you would think something called Shroom would be colored. This is very, very terracotta. So it pulls orange, and with any sort of like reddish or orange tones around my eye, I kind of look a little bit sick or like I've got an eye infection. This does not work. A big part of the fall reset, at least for me, is the change in weather, which results in, of course, the change in what I'm wearing and sometimes a change of habits. So I coincidentally got a new gym as well. So a new branch of John Reed opened near my house. Before that, I was going to a different gym that I didn't really go to that frequently. I would kind of just run outside or hike or do other home workouts because I really didn't like the gym that I was going to. I'm just going to say it, it was Equinox. And the reason I didn't like this gym specifically was it's, first of all, very popular, and it was always super, super crowded, which I think some people like, but it just didn't suit my personality and the way that I like to work out. So for me, I usually work out in the morning. It's one of the first things that I do, and it's more of a meditative, like therapeutic type of thing for me. And the Equinox scene being overly crowded, everyone is there to socialize, take selfies, content, all of that is fine. Trust me, I take selfies and content all the time with the exception of the gym. That is the one place I don't want to take selfies or socialize. So it just wasn't for me. It wasn't necessarily a bad gym. It didn't work. So when this newer gym opened up, or I should say brand new gym opened, I was like, oh, I'll go check it out. And I did, and I actually really like it, and I've been going there quite a bit lately. There's a sauna, which is really nice, which part of my haul has items for that. So if you're like, why are you talking about your gym sauna with your fall reset haul? It'll make sense, I promise. So let's get into some of these fall items. This box came, let me make sure my address isn't in here. So this box came earlier and it is from Saint Laurent. So I'm a little bit excited to see this one. We'll open the best one first. And I, of course, safely have a pair of scissors just laying on the bed next to me. Ooh, I'm excited about this. I love how luxury purchases are exactly that. They feel luxurious. Like, this is a beautiful presentation, and I'm so excited to open it and see what it is. But even this just made my whole day. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh, I love it. All right. Ooh, more prettiness. This is so cute and fun. Oh. Wow. It is a beautiful tote bag. This one actually says Right Bank. So if you're familiar with the other Saint Laurent merchandise, they've had the Left Bank one for a very long time. But this is perfect because honestly, I have been needing a new tote bag because when I go to the gym, I toss a bunch of, like Amazon returns or errands. Sometimes I walk to the grocery store and grab, things that I need for the house. So I use these, and this is perfect, and it's so chic. It's a lot nicer than the ratty one I've been carrying around. So then I also picked up the Natasha Denona concealer that everyone has been raving about. And so far I have mixed feelings on it. I tried it under my eye, which I typically don't wear concealer like all the way around my under eye. I just kind of run it through the tear trough and places that I want to sort of cancel out any hollowness or any sort of like grayish purple tones, which luckily I don't get a ton of dark under eyes unless I'm really, really tired. And this isn't really anything against this concealer. Pretty much no concealer works that well under my eyes. I have fine lines and stuff like that. So they kind of all tend to settle and look cakey. I have literally yet to try one that I'm like, oh, it's perfect. It's not cakey. It's not weird underneath my eyes. I'm going to keep this and try it out in a couple of other ways, maybe to brighten like through smile lines, to cover a blemish. So the jury is out on this. I am not sure if I love it. It certainly does not work for me underneath my eyes. But altogether, it does seem to be a nice formula. People really like it. Everybody loves Natasha Denona, so we will see. So you guys also saw me use this MAC powder the other night when I was getting ready for Halloween, and I liked it at first. My first impressions of it were good, but after I got home that night, I looked in the mirror and this had gone really metallic. This is the translucent one, and so I broke my own rule. I know that anything that looks white in the pan is gonna translate white on your face, and especially on camera. It looked pretty white on camera, you guys saw earlier on in the vlog, but when I got home, my oils and the foundation that I had on had kind of blended with it, and it was this bluish silver white sheen all over my face. And I was like, oh no. Thank goodness it was Halloween, so nobody probably thought anything of it, but it definitely went a little bit weird on me. But I noticed when I picked this up online, they had pigmented formulas, so I think I might try exchanging the translucent one that I have for one of the shades, so maybe like a light or a light medium, and see if that kind of fixes the issue, because I really liked the texture. It was very smoothing, very mattifying, and one of the other nice things about it is that it did not contain acne-genic products. And also, if you guys have watched any of my other content, you know that my skin is very reactive, and anything that I put on as far as like an all-over face product, so powder, foundation, skincare, all has to be non-acne-genic. And talc is a huge acne-genic ingredient, and it's in most powdered face products. Sorry, there's something outside. It is an animal of some sort. And it's not my dog. All right, well, it can't get in here, so... Then I picked up a Dior lipstick. This is the famous red color 999, and I picked it up in the satin formula. I just don't prefer the way that matte products feel on my lips. And these days I'm all about things that feel nice. So if something doesn't feel good on my body, on my skin, if something is, itchy or drying or anything that causes me to feel uncomfortable, I don't really gravitate toward anymore. Previously, I'd be like, well, I'll suffer through it because it looks good. Now I'm like, I'm not going to bother. If it feels icky, I don't want it. So this is a beautiful color and a nice satin formula. And as we know, Dior products are not all that inexpensive. So the VIB sale was a great time to pick that guy up. Two other lippies that I got in a little set are these Makeup by Mario little guys. I got the color Mauve Glow and Mocha Glow. They're both kind of the purpley brown lip color that I tend to gravitate toward. They're quite sheer. I have a little bit of the Mocha one on right now, just around the outer edge of my lip. And these remind me a lot of the Hourglass, the Phantom lip balm in the long gold tube. They're a really nice formula, high gloss, but they last. And they don't feel like really drying or yucky on the lips. So these are a win, just a little nice something. And then the last thing I got was this Kosas brow pencil that everybody really likes. I change up my brow routine constantly because if I see something in a photo, I'm like, ooh, that really was not working for me. And I was one of the people that overplucked their brows when that was in, and so I have some sparse spots through them. And then how weird is this? So this brow actually grows like up this way, and then these hairs lean over as you would like on a normal brow. This brow, all of the hairs on it, even in the front, grow that way. So something that works for me, this is kind of weird. I picked up a lamination kit that I can do myself at home, and I just kind of laminate these ones the way that I want them to go, because when worn naturally, my eyebrows read extremely different. They're even almost different heights when they have brow gel in them. So any kind of brow product that works to sort of counterbalance the way that my brows are very different is really nice. So far I've been liking this. The formula's good, and the teeny tiny, wrong end, the teeny tiny little tip of it is really nice. So the way I've been using this is I use it more toward the tail of the brow, and then for the couple of very obvious sparse parts in the front of my brow, I have a liquid pencil. It's kind of like a felt eyeliner tip. I think it's NYX, and I just draw literally a couple of hairs in the front rather than making it more kind of blocky or colored in with a pencil. I don't fancy that look on myself, so far I really like this. And the color, in case you wanted to know, is brown black. All right, let's get into the rest of this pile, shall we? So, not super exciting, but a nice layering basic. I got a little silk camisole in navy. I got it in navy because I already have a lot of black, and I think navy, while it's still neutral, it's a little bit more interesting than black. And sometimes it's a little less harsh. Like I have a pretty fair skin tone, and you guys can kind of see that black is a little bit harsh on me sometimes, especially when it gets into the later fall and winter and I'm like living my most pale girl era. Like if you think I'm pale now, whew, wait till you see that. And the next piece I got is this amazing coat, which I'm gonna insert the clip of me trying it on because me trying to hold it up and get it into the camera frame isn't really working, but it's kind of a knit sweatery fabric, full length like sweater coat. So I thought that would be really nice for early fall because here in LA it doesn't get that cold until like maybe later December, January. And just because I'm a fashion stylist, don't think that I don't have fails from online shopping, because I do, and I will show you some of them. So this one, pretty easy fail, could have happened to anybody. You guys saw the legging saga from earlier on in the vlog, and why is there always tissue paper in clothes? I don't get it. So I ordered more leggings, and these have the scrunch butt. So I know that people feel very like one way or the other about scrunch butt. For me personally, I think it's a little bit tacky, and honestly, I'm just gonna say it, so don't come for me. It feels a little bit slutty to me. I don't like to work out in clothes that draw sexual attention to me. So working out for me, kind of like when I was talking about the gym and the social scene and all that, like I'm literally just here to work out. I am not here to draw attention to myself. I'm not trying to socialize, and never when I'm trying to exercise, especially if I'm outside running, am I trying to sexualize myself or receive negative attention. So these are an immediate return. Yeah, scrunch butt workout leggings, not for me. This is inside out. All right, so the next fail, unfortunately, was an easy one. It's just an off the shoulder little sweater, if I could actually get it to show properly on camera. So it just is kind of bunchy when it's on. So you can see in the thumbnail here. So you can see in the try on clip that it just is a little unflattering. It's kind of like bunchy throughout the midsection. Not the worst fail in the world, but it's something that I won't wear. So something I'm trying to be better about is when I get clothes in and they don't work for me, that I either immediately return them, donate them, do something with them to get them out of my closet space, because stuff here piles up. I get a lot of stuff in, and it just is stuff, if I'm not wearing it, it's taking up room in my closet. It just gets kind of pointless to have stuff clogging up your closet that you're not going to wear. So I'm trying to be better about cataloging it and getting it out immediately if it doesn't work for me. Don't worry, this is not the world's ugliest dress or skirt. It's for the gym. It's actually a spa towel is what they called it. So the setup at my gym, although it's really nice and I like it, so Velcro towel, super easy. So the setup in the gym that I'm going to, and I do love it, but to get down to the sauna, which I have been using lately now that it's getting cooler, especially, like I'm always cold. I run cold. I get cold to my bones. I don't like to be cold. So I've been going in the sauna at my gym lately, and the only thing that they have are like workout sized towels, like a hand towel. So they aren't planning to offer any shower towels or full size towels, which I think is dumb. But it's also kept a very minimal amount of people in the sauna, which is nice because I can go in there by myself. And so for the solution, this is why I wanted this wrap towel, because in order to get into the sauna, it is in the women's locker room, but you have to go all the way downstairs. Like you can't run into anybody else or like the lobby. It's just the women's locker room still, but it's a pretty far journey from like your locker where you would change and then go all the way downstairs into the sauna. So without a towel provided by the gym, like would you just go completely nude, like through the whole room, downstairs, into the sauna, just naked the whole time? So for me, I thought that was a little bit not my favorite idea. Like I don't have a problem with nudity or anything like that, especially in a private locker room. I think it's totally fine. But to be naked for an extended period of time, like just cruising around, because there are people that do that, and I'm like, why are you still naked? What are you doing? So for me personally, I think it's just a little bit more modest and comfortable to have something to put on to go into the sauna. So since the gym didn't provide us with towels, I provided myself with a spa towel. And then another really chill basic that I got is this white button-down shirt. And I have returned so many of these, but this is really nice quality. It's like a thick 100% cotton fabric. And that's the other thing, you guys. I am so tired of ordering clothes online and having them show up and there's some yucky polyester or acrylic or some other like cheap, icky feeling fabric that doesn't wash well. It doesn't feel nice on your body. And so lately I've really been paying close attention to the composition of the clothing. So most websites, when you're online, you can kind of click down and see what something is made out of. So I finally found a 100% cotton version, and it's really nice. It's a thick fabric, it's not see-through. So yeah, I like this guy a lot. And then these jeans were unfortunately a fail. These are the Levi's ribcage wide leg. So they're not a complete, like, terrible fail. They just don't really work for me. As you can see in the try-on video, they don't really fit in the waist. They're a little bit loose, and they're also incredibly long. So I spend a lot of money on tailoring, and it's something that I'm trying to do less of unless it's absolutely necessary. And these jeans, they're not necessary. I have like 3 other pairs in my closet that have a very similar wide leg, similar lighter wash. So these weren't a necessity for me to have to go take them to the tailor, get the waist taken in, get them hemmed, and then by the time you do all that, it's double the price of what they cost. So these are a return. And then these guys, I'm not even going to try them on because I can't really get them. Well, I can get them on, but they're not very flattering. So you can see how teeny tiny these are. I can get them on, but the way that they're cut, they're a flare leg as well. So they're kind of tight in the upper and middle portion of the leg, and they really kind of taper in at the knee, and then they go out into a flare. And for my body shape, it just does not work for me. I'm wider through the hip and rear. And then I'm also not super tall, and I don't have very long legs. And so when I have, that shape of being a little bit wider through the hips and rear, then it really nips in drastically at the knee area, the way that it's cut, and then it flares out. To me, that's a very unflattering shape on my body type. So I do not fancy these. I will not be keeping them, but I do like the idea of a gray, like trouser, dressier pant for fall. So I'm gonna stay on the lookout for a pair that does work on me. And the last fail are these black wide leg jeans, and they also just kind of don't fit right. They're similar to the Levi's in the way that they just really don't work. They aren't, committing any great crime. Like, they're not terrible like the gray trousers were, but they don't work. And then the big thing is the smell. So have you guys ever gotten other black garments? It's usually jeans for me, and they just don't smell very good. And I've got another pair, and I've washed them probably 10 times, and they still stink. So this is not something that I will keep, considering that I have other black jeans. So again, to go pay for alterations to get them to fit right, and the fact that they're probably going to stink even after they've been washed a few times, for me, it's not a keep. One last tip that I want to share with you when it comes to sort of merchandising your closet is to take photos and catalog the stuff that you buy. So especially in my closet, a lot of stuff comes in and out of this house. So I try to take pictures of things, or even just snap a screenshot of it when I order it on the model, so that later on, if it's crammed into my closet somewhere and I kind of forget about it or I can't see it. So whenever I'm going to get dressed and I'm feeling kind of a lack of inspiration, I can go into my phone and see the things that I've recently purchased that I may have forgotten about or can't immediately see in my clogged up mess of a closet over there. So that to me is a little bit more helpful. And I also sometimes refer to it when I'm shopping online so that I'm not buying repeats of things that I don't need. So I've got, you know, hundreds of white tank tops. I really do not need another white tank top, so I can just kind of reference the catalog of new clothes. So that's it for the haul, and I will pick the vlog back up probably sometime tomorrow. It's about 4 o'clock today, and I'm just probably going to stay home and not really do anything all that exciting the rest of the night. So I will pick this back up sometime tomorrow, so I'll see you guys later. Hi guys, it is actual Halloween and there is a lot going on. In case you couldn't tell me looking out my window, there is a squirrel that literally has like the ballpark peanut in his mouth and he's perched on the neighbor's garage looking at me. There's a helicopter that's been in the sky since about 3 o'clock this afternoon because it's Halloween in West Hollywood. And if you don't know, they shut down the street and they do this giant parade called Carnival, which we're gonna go and see what's going on because all the streets are closed. We've been being annoyed by a helicopter all day. Might as well get some use out of it. So a happy kind of surprise just showed up at my door. I ordered this powder a while back and I forgot. And I'm also just putting the finishing touches on my makeup. So we're gonna try that out as well as a couple of the things that I ordered from the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. So I've got my foundation on, and then for my costume, I couldn't decide if I wanted to be 80s Madonna from the Papa Don't Preach video. I'll insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about. Or if I wanted to do Breakfast at Tiffany's, the sleep shirt scene with the eye mask on. So I actually decided, in case you couldn't tell by the cute blush that I'm putting on, I've decided to do the Audrey Hepburn one. The Madonna wig showed up. It's actually right here on my tripod. And it just, honestly, it just makes me feel not very cute. So I decided I wanted to wear the cute costume, and so that's what we're going with. And it's a little bit of a change for me because I normally do like really elaborate, like 3-hour long, like liquid latex makeup, like looks for Halloween. But not this year. I just wanted something easy, and I'm gonna be walking around a lot tonight. So comfortable, easy, but still cute. So they haven't had this Carnival parade the last couple years because of the pandemic. Now, let's try this powder. All right, so let's get this new powder open and not make it look like the movie scene from Scarface. Let's not get this all over the bedroom. Oh, it already does look like the scene from Scarface. I could see this going really wrong as far as messes, but I'm kind of accident prone. Okay. As there's like clouds of powder going everywhere, this is either promising or not promising. So I'm gonna just see if I can. Okay, so 2 things I can tell you about this powder. I do like it, but I can tell you that it is showing up white on camera. It doesn't look nearly as white in my mirror as it does in the viewfinder. So I am gonna kind of dab it out a little bit. I hate for like this part of my face to be shiny. The rest of it I don't really care as much. Also my giant forehead. And I look a little more shiny than I would in person because I have a light on. It's getting dark outside. But altogether, I like this powder. I think it's nice. We'll see how it wears. And then for my eyes tonight, since in the movie, Audrey Hepburn has just woken up in the scene that my costume is from. So what I ended up doing for my eye makeup is I packed on a ton of black eyeshadow and then I got in the shower because I wanted it to be kind of like worn looking, like if you realistically just woke up. So I didn't want it to be like ultra fresh looking. So that's how I did this. So I think that's literally all the makeup that I'm gonna do. And then this is the eye mask and then the little like earplug earrings. So I'm gonna go get my hair out of this and unflatten it a little bit and then get dressed and I will show you my outfit. Okay, this is the final look with the eye mask, and if I'm shouting, it's because these are actually earplugs. You guys, this is the most comfortable Halloween costume I have ever worn. I'm literally wearing bedroom slippers. Let me show you. It's already dark outside, so this is as good as the lighting gets, but this is the overall head to toe look. Literally bedroom slippers. I put on some bike shorts just because I didn't want to have to worry about, you know, modesty or whatever. So yeah, easiest Halloween costume I've worn since I was probably 7. So, all right, let's go out and have some fun.